This is the one that I'm sure most of you have been anticipating. Ralph is easily the biggest pile of dog shit to grace The Sopranos. For me, he's up there with Joffrey from Game of Thrones or Marlowe from The Wire in terms of despicable villains that you love to hate. But I won't go into too much detail on him now, as I plan on making a full greatest villain of all time video on him. Throughout season 4, there's tension between Tony and Ralphie. Tony doesn't really try very hard to hide the fact that Ralphie disgusts him. But he's a good earner and a made man, so Tony is forced to put up with him despite his heinous actions, including the murder of a 21-year-old stripper that he knocked up. While Tony is initially angry enough to put hands on him, under the rules of their system, Tony is actually the one that's in the wrong.
Boss or no, you don't raise your hands to another made guy.
Of course. Rules are rules, otherwise what? Anarchy.
Fearing for his life, Ralphie apologizes, primarily for disrespecting Tony and the Bing.
You want to see me?
Yeah, Tony.
About what?
About what? You know, to apologize. I disrespected the Bing. And the girl.
Tony reluctantly makes him a captain when Gigi dies taking a crap, but refuses to drink with him,
We gonna have a drink together or what?
as he's still clearly disgusted by him. Much later, when their working relationship has massively improved, they decide to go splitsies on a racehorse. Tony, being the animal lover that he is, naturally he falls in love with it. Shortly after it becomes clear that the horse is likely to become a money pit due to illness, it suddenly comes down with a bad case of being set on fire.
There was a fire at the stables. They lost some horses.
Oh my?
She survived, but... Why did you tell me? I'm a half hour late back from lunch. I'm sorry. We did everything we could, but she had to be destroyed. She was too badly burned.
And while the insurance companies are happy to accept that it was an electrical fire,
Went up?
Fire marshal says it looks electrical. They found pieces of a blown-out light bulb in a stall, and the hay was a natural accelerant. They'll investigate, but it's a formality considering the value of the stock.
Tony knows what really happened and decides to confront Ralphie.
How's Corky Iannucci? You heard from him lately? You know, Sil used him in that restaurant fire. Excellent work.
You know, I don't understand you, Anthony. We got lucky. That accidental fire was a bolt from beyond. Now, I know it's tragic to think this way, but you can't argue with the logic.
Jesus Christ, you did it. You cooked that horse alive.
This goes about as well as you can imagine.
Don't give me that look. It was a horse. What are you, a vegetarian? You eat beef and sausage by the carload.
Despite taking bug spray to the face and a knee to the nutsack, Tony manages to overpower him and chokes him to death.
You beautiful innocent creature. What did she ever do to you?
A subtle detail that I missed the first time is Ralphie dying like this was foreshadowed in the scene where Tony's forced to restrain Ralphie at the hospital.